Hitler. Don't mind me. I just got up like maybe half hour ago. But don't get that twisted. It's not that I'm not excited, because I very much am. It's just everything is not like at full function just yet, and we about to go dash. But this one is for, remember I've told you guys that per 100 subs I'll have out a video. Well, I don't know in total and in general, because like I said, I'm not certain if you can go back in there and load to see like what number like this person subbed at or whatever, what have you. But I was playing last night. Yeah, it was last night, and I think it was last night, the night before, because now I won't necessarily get fully into the gaming aspect of this of the channel wise on this video, because this has nothing, well, not necessarily doesn't have anything to do with gaming, but what I was getting at is when I was playing Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, or All-Stars Brawl, whatever, that brought in quite a few views, and I am extremely grateful to every one of you. I mean, I know that at least, I think between the two nights, let's see, I was at 290s, I don't know, it was close to 300, and now I'm at 302, y'all. Yes, thank you ever so much. I told you guys once, per 100 subs, I will be making a video of thanking all of you. And like I said the other day, now mind you, I wouldn't have been to I wouldn't have gotten to 300. I am slightly, last time I checked this morning I was at 302, but I am extremely grateful. Thank you all, like, so very much. I know to some people, and I think I've touched on this here and there in other videos, to some people it's just like, well, they're just numbers. Dude, I mean, there's massive people out there on this planet, and they literally take the time of day to stop and actually A, watch your video, B, possibly even like it, C, potentially even go as far as commenting on it. There's so many different types of fucking and then 4, even potentially subbing up to your channel. So it's like, of all that, that's why I say it truly means a lot to me. And like, again, if this is all shaky and everything, I do apologize, because the phone, of course, is on and I can see it moving around a little bit. So you guys might have a slightly shaky video, but it's a lot better than me holding the phone and trying to drive it. You can obviously see that I'm doing. But no, I know to some people, and I mean, I don't know them personally per se, but I've noticed, and I mean, I'm not trying to, throw any hate or anything to any other content creator, but you guys, I would about imagine, you go down the comments now, there are 2 comments from either, however you want to look at it, last night or very early this morning that I got that I haven't gotten to, and I think if not one, maybe both of them may actually get a video response, because it's something that I kind of want to make more content out of, if you will, because like you guys know, you've been here, or even anyone new, I have learned how to do the feature of, like, if you leave a comment, and if it's something that I verbally want to address back, then I can make either a 15-second or a 3-minute response video, if you will. So, but no, that's just, thank you guys. I mean, I've been learning so much between building the channel itself. I've been learning a shit ton of things, which a lot of people are like, well, you should have known it. That's kind of like basic knowledge. Well, if you did it beforehand, like said, like, I'm using YouTube, so like I'm trying to build it. Years ago, of course, I didn't even have any interest, any, brain thought of like, here in a couple of years, I want to start a YouTube channel and start, see where I can make it go to. Didn't even think about that, but now that I'm doing it, I'm learning all kinds of new shit, like, all the time on how to operate this, and of course, not only to bring you guys better content, things of that nature, but to help me out. But and like a lot of people are like, well, you're only at 300. Why are you so excited? I don't know. I find a passion personally in doing this because, like, I mean, I don't mean to keep on sounding like a broken record for, like, you know, previous fucking videos and such, but you guys know as well as I do, if you're on YouTube in general, you can sit there and spend an hour, like say you go into that search bar, you can spend an hour looking at the multitude of different YouTubers that will discuss about the same exact, basically the same exact subject. I personally I haven't yet, not to say that there is not, you know, another, I don't want to say like me per se, but I haven't seen any other channels out there like mine where it's just sporadic. There isn't any specific niche, I guess, if you will, would be the possible proper term for that, but that's what I like about it. And when I go and look at, you know, say like, you know, you guys know obviously in other videos I've talked about, you know, nomad, you know, things of that type of lifestyle. You can look up nomad or, you know, like van life, you know, things of that general nature, and you're going to have a plethora of videos to look through. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, is like, I know, like, in specific ones, I mean, they do very well for themselves, and obviously, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, to an extent, down the road, like, I know I've even mentioned it before, if I get to the point of getting monetized on here and making enough money that will basically, like I was even sitting there telling my friend last night, so if I could even make enough money for basically gas to move about wherever I want to live, because yes, I do want to live at least somewhat of the nomad van life, something in that general area of not living in a brick and mortar house, if you will. Shit, I just totally forgot what the hell I was getting at. What I was sitting there telling her is like, as long as I got enough gas to move me about wherever I basically want to, you know, crash for the night or whatever, and then if I made enough to basically pay for that, and maybe say like insurance or something, because obviously, you know, having the vehicle, you know, insured and such for a multitude of, you know, factors and reasonings. I'm gonna pull over here for just a second so I can wrap this video up for you guys, and probably go get myself some breakfast before I go run some food, because I'm hungry, and obviously smelling other people's food is not going to be very nice to my own self. So we're going to wrap it up here in a moment. If I can, yes, I'm pulling into a parking lot expecting to find a parking spot when all businesses and school is in session. So yeah, we might have to wait just a second here to find a parking spot. And yeah, like, I am excited, don't get me wrong, guys, but I literally just, I mean, I don't even think I've been up for a full hour. So, kind of like, you know, being all sluggish and shit, yeah, because I'm just, oh, what is that, dude? That's fucking dope as shit. I can't fucking see the name of it. I can't even, like, the brain's not working enough to let you guys know what make and model it is. Probably should have just turned the fucking camera around and showed you, and somebody that watches the videos might be able to see what it is. But anyhow, obviously you guys can see I'm backing in, and we won't have sun and shit in our eyes to conclude, if that is the term, the video. But now, since I'm sitting here, and actually I haven't even made it to the 10-minute mark, which, that's another thing I kind of gotta, like, tell myself, like, dude, like, it doesn't really matter how long that you make your videos. If somebody's gonna watch your videos, they're gonna watch your videos. Obviously, you guys got the choice out there. If you click on it and you're, like, within the first minute, like, what the fuck's this dude talking about, or, you know, he's boring, bye. I more than get and understand that, because like I said earlier, there's so many people out here on this freaking planet, whatever you want to call it, that excuse me, that have a YouTube channel. And of course, obviously, there's, man, countless amount of smaller channels. And obviously, I mean, that's one thing too. Like, now I would have to say that I can put this into this type of category of a video because, I have been one. No, I personally, now if you guys want to do it, that's your personal choice. Obviously, you're more than, you know, subject and able to, follow through with that. But I know just in general, starting something new, and then of course, whenever you do that, regardless of what category it is, you got these gurus that like, well, you pay for this course and I can get you, so many subs. Now, I'm not sitting there saying that they can't do that, because I'm sure that they've been on this platform for years, and over the years have built, their channels to show and prove that they know of what they're talking about. But me personally, I'm not paying anybody for a course. This will grow. Like, now, like, I even seen another YouTuber, and I like the way that his output of it was. He's like, just let your shit grow organically. And it's like, and honestly, I mean, just like any other YouTuber out there, I'm sure, of course, that they got their friends and family, obviously, to sub to their channel to make it, at least, probably, say, ballpark of 10 people between family and friends that you can have, sub to your channel. So, I mean, you're going to start from somewhere and have potentially at least, a handful or two of people to help you start, your channel. And then how, like, share, comment, liking, all that shit. Obviously that helps, moving with the algorithm. And that's one thing that's like, I've said in other videos before, and like I said, everything I'm pretty much going to be saying in this video has everything to do with thanking you guys for, the 300 plus that I'm working with right now. Obviously, I need at least, I think, like I said, I think I'm at 302. So that's 698, if I'm doing the math correctly, to hit 1,000. And then, of course, I got to have so many watch time hours before the monetization, if I'm saying it any remotely way near close. But yeah, I still need both of those in order to even get a freaking little bronze penny in my pocket. And yeah, I mean, I'm not, at some point, yes, I think it would be pretty fucking cool, because, like, I know that there's a lot of other YouTubers out there have been doing this for years, and they're just now getting monetized. It's like, like this one dude I even said, I was like, I know I'm going to have, like, scroll moments, but, hang in there with me. Everything is literally has something to do, like I said, with growing the channel and the thank you video. But yeah, I mean, I sit there and watched a few of them to where they've been on here for 3 to 5 years, and they just now caught on to where that their videos have been shared out enough, and so on and so forth, to where they're starting to sorry, that may have actually cut off a little bit. I was having a phone call, so Johnny Broski, if you're watching this a little bit later on, yes, I seen that you're calling. Give me just a minute. Let me finish this video up, and I'll be right back with you, my guy. If you want to check him out, Johnny Arkham 90, he's got a channel as well. But what I was getting at is, you could have 3,000 videos on here before you even get to the point of being monetized. You can have not even maybe a handful. But like now this other guy, he even said that, YouTube always has a number, which at first when I listened to him, I'm like, dude, I'm not picking up what you're putting down. But when he made it to the point of basically your video number, so like right now we're sitting at, like I said before I made this video, we're sitting at 302. So at 302, that's my subs, not my videos. Because I think the videos are almost pushing north of the ballpark of 800 videos. And that's what he was getting at, not the number of subs that you have. That that video that's basically going to make your channel explode, to hit you like up there in those numbers and such. Because like I have a short on here right now, it's so far it's my most viewed, I think, video in general. It's the unicorn. It's a little bit short. I think it's like 13 seconds or something in that ballpark, but it has over 15,000 views on it. I'm pretty fucking stoked about that, to be honest with you. Has gained me, you know, some subs. Hell, the one on there, I think, literally the one short I had alone, there's this big old skeleton coming up out of this dude's roof. Dope as shit. Got like 11 something thousand fucking views on it. That gave me 22 subscribers. Like I said, I am extremely grateful for every single one of you, but like seeing the numbers of like the individual videos that have helped boost the channel up in either views or subs, thank you guys so much. I mean, you obviously, every single one of you have helped grow this channel, and by the ways of just obviously subbing, watching the videos, watching my streams, literally every single step helps. And that's why I said there, telling myself, like, dude, I was like, I know I was annoyed before I started doing the whole YouTube thing. It was like, I was kind of annoyed, like, dude, I was like, these people, I was like, they just annoy me by, like, they'll say, like, at the beginning of the video, and then, like, possibly in the middle of the video, and then at the end, like, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And it's like, it was annoying as shit. But I was like, now doing it, it's like, I still, like, you guys know, I know I've said it in a multitude of videos. I don't know, like, in a way, I kind of feel fucking rude about asking. Because, like, I just figured, like, let it happen organically. Like, if you guys, even like this one, obviously it doesn't, I'm still not, like, full on awake. You guys can tell that. But I am thoroughly excited. Don't get that twisted. I am thoroughly excited and grateful for the fact that I'm over 300, because that's just that much more of that many more steps ahead to get myself. Because that's another thing. Like, I am definitely wanting to prove a point to Mom. So if anybody sees this that is new, and you want to try to actually help me out on this goal. So now, mind you, Mom is a boomer. Just going to put that out there. No offense to any of y'all out there that are, by a long shot. I'm not trying to throw no shade or whatever the kids call it nowadays. Not trying to hate by any fucking means. But I'm wanting to try to prove to her that I know I can do it. And I don't give a shit if I make a fucking $1 a month. If I get paid for fucking doing it, it's just to prove that actual point. So, with that being said, if I could kind of, within this thank you video of hitting 300 plus subs, I wanted to prove a point to her that, not to say I can make a living off of it. I mean, obviously at some given point, if that's the thing, then fucking thank you all. And thank anybody, you know, further down in the future that, you know, decides to sub up and be a part, you know, of the community here. But I told her, I was like, once I hit 1,000 subs and like how many ever watch time hours, I can get monetized. I can start getting paid for even, like, you know, videos like this, the shorts, whatever, what have you, whatever's on the channel, I can get paid for the views of them. So basically, kind of like that's one of my main goals of making this channel. I just want to prove to her, because I know it's a fucking proven fact that you can. I mean, some of the gamers that I sit there and watch, I know that they make, I fucking Google it. I know enough to where they make money off that. But you guys know that as well, just even watching this. Anybody that's got a channel, you've hit that criteria of X amount of subs and X amount of watch time hours. Everything you put out, you're making money off of it. And you can possibly buy, like, ad revenue, so on and so forth. There's so many different ways of fucking making money off here. I just want to prove to her, now granted, it won't be solely off of gaming in general. But once I get myself to that tier of being able to, you bet your ass, because I absolutely love gaming. And if I can sit there and know that I'm literally chilling at the house with my snacks, whatever I have to drink and, you know, things like that. If I know I can sit there and game out either solo or with my boys for freaking 8 to 10 plus hours and get paid literally to sit there and chill in the comfort of my own home and do something I have an absolute passion about, yes, absolutely, I'll still dash, because that's one thing, of course, also with the whole traveling aspect. I'm not going to be in one spot. And as you guys know, I've mentioned in other videos, kind of aside of the point of this video, but I don't ever foresee of going back and clocking in for anybody else. This is what I foresee myself doing between YouTube and making a little bit of pocket change in the near future. And obviously dashing is guaranteed, so, but if you guys do not mind to help me, share the video, all that jazz. You guys know what to do. I'm not going to ask you, but if I could ask you just to help me throw the info out there for somebody. And that's the thing too. I mean, yes, granted, more so of like getting the subs in general. That's like honestly at the point kind of like more of my main focus, if you will, is building that sub count. But also the watch time hours, you got to put out content and shit that people are going to want to watch. There's, like I said before, there's so many of us on here. If I watch a video about something that I think like either potentially the title could be misleading, I don't think I've put anything on my channel because I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to put something on here like, if it's a fucking muscle car driving down the road, I don't want to put on there missile falls out of the sky or something like that, because obviously people are going to fucking click like crazy on a video that says missile falls from the sky when it's just like a fucking old Nova driving down the street. No. Now, granted, would that fucking pull in some fucking views? Yes. Hence a fucking clickbait. I don't want that shit on my channel. I don't honestly think I have anything remotely close that, because like even the dark video, I think that was the closest one I thought in my head, but well, this is going to throw somebody off. I'm sitting there and actually literally titling it, "This video's dark." I mean, I would, like, if it wasn't my idea, if I was to go click on that video and seeing that this is a dark video, I'm like, maybe it's kind of fucked up, something I may not want to watch. No, it was literally, I door dashed and I was out in the middle of the country. There was no lighting. When I very first started the video, you can see street lights, there was like, I think 2, like on this one road, but there was like, literally where I dropped it off, I think there was maybe 6 houses. Maybe. And that was just like in one spot. Other than that, nothing but farmland. But the whole point is I titled that because it did after the fucking, after I drove away from basically the streetlights, it was completely dark. You could hear me talking, and like every so often I would pass a streetlight, and you would see my face, in the, of course, the reflection of the light and such. But it was literally a dark video. So it was like, in ways, I guess you could kind of slightly say it was misleading if you were thinking of that type of dark. Or it was just spot on to where it was literally a dark video, and I was talking about, being literally in the dark and dashing. So that's what I'm saying, is like, I don't want to put, basically, in my own views and ways of it, and since it's my channel, I don't want to put any bullshit on there like that, because I don't want people like, well, your channel's full of just nothing but clickbait, yada yada. No, I want you to get the absolute most authentic me that I can fucking put out there. So I don't want to put that stupid bullshit on there. Like, I want to authentically grow my channel to where it's not off of bullshit videos. I know that there's a lot of channels out there that do that, and nah, you guys got enough of that stupid shit out there to go watch. Obviously, feel free to go. And I've been guilty of watching a couple of them too, and it's just like, why did I waste those seconds of my life that I'll never get back? So, like I said, you guys will get the absolute most authentic myself through my channel. No filterization whenever it comes to like the gaming side, because that's either by myself or with my boys and everything. And I mean, we're gaming, we're adults. Just a fair warning upon that before, and of course, if you watch this video, and if you watch it to this point, it just all depends, because, excuse me, I know that there's a part in the analytics or whatever to see if, like, where people, like, did watch the video, if they watched a full video, if they dropped off at some point. I know I get it. Like I said, I've done it before. If you're not making anything of entertaining or interesting for me to fucking listen to while I'm watching your video, then you know, there's a lot. Let's just put it that way. Of videos out there, of course, to watch. It's just, you know, nobody grabs your attention like that, you're not going to fucking stay around. I mean, I know that just for being a fucking human being in general. But other than that, yes, thank you guys so much. I don't know why the fuck I can't say literally or literally. I don't know. I was about to say I just said it anyhow. Have a problem with fucking being able to say that word, and I do not know why. It like literally. It rolls off the tongue so fucking wrong. But yes, I am just thankful. Because like I've told you guys, every time we hit that 100 mark, I will make a thank you video. Can't tell you how long. I mean, obviously we're going 25 here, but that's another thing I needed to quit worrying about. Either you guys, like I said, either you guys are going to watch the videos or you're not. So it just doesn't matter how long it is. If you're interested in sitting there listening to me talk to my camera for it to, in virtual space and time, to get out there to you guys to watch it, obviously you'll know, yes, I'm sitting here in my car, as you can tell, looking at my phone screen and talking to basically myself until you start watching it. You know. But anyhow, I'm going to get up here. I'm going to start dashing so I can be back home, I'd say 8, 9-ish. And for on the gaming aspect of the lady, if you can't pull that in, I mean, you don't have a semi. You got more than enough room to get in there. Sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of her, but I mean, it's almost like 2 cars wide, and she was acting like she was backing or pulling in an 18-wheeler. You have plenty of room, ma'am. Way more than what you need. But the gaming aspect of the channel, since it's Wednesday, now Wednesday and Thursdays are the storyline games, and I'm on, excuse me, I'm playing Uncharted 4 on Crushing. So if I haven't like kind of broken down, basically, I know I got a trophy video on here of basically, because it's not fancy like your other YouTubers where like you're basically looking at their computer screen. Nah, I just got my phone and I was recording my fucking TV. I don't have all that fancy shit, and as of right now, I don't know how to do all that fancy shit. But I will make a video here before too long, explaining like how I'm making a gaming schedule, because that way I think it will help me in a multitude of ways. Of course, it's going to be on here for you guys to watch, and it's like, oh, I was telling a friend as well last night or this morning, it's going to work for me in a multitude of ways. I'm not all about, you know, obviously down the road, like I said, yes, I will start making some money. I don't know of how much. I mean, hell, it could be, I would be like stupidly fucking, and I know it's a tiny ass amount, but just in general, I'd be stupidly happy if I made $100 a month just from gaming. Just the factor of knowing that I can fucking do it. But dude, I can sit down and do something I'm so passionate about, and I fucking enjoy being a grown ass man child and playing my video games and knowing I get fucking paid for it. I mean, yeah. I mean, hello. But not only can I get paid for it, it's going to build my channel even more with the potential views, the watch time hours, because depending on how long you actually watch me play for, the potential subs, and then on top of that, sharing, because I mean, I know a few of you out there that do already watch me in general. You share my shit out, so, and I mean, believe me, when I get my weekly analytics and all that shit, it shows like how much that you guys have shared, how much, you know, of the likes I've gotten, if I've gained any subs or not. So it's like, it literally, every single bit of that shit, it really does fucking help. Like, it may be a small amount or it may be a big amount, but every fucking aspect of it, it all fucking helps. What was I getting at though? Oh yes, so with the gaming, like I said, I will well, fuck it, I might as well put it in here. It's not gonna be a very, very long, but if you guys want to, obviously you can go back and check out the video that I have literally my entire trophy list on. And if there's anything now, like I was sitting there telling my friend now, if there's games that I have 100% completed and I have the platinum for, if there is enough people requesting me to play it again, like if it has a storyline where I can basically restart it, I will. I'm not trying to basically hate on my own self, if you will, but if it's already a game I've 100% in platinumed, I don't necessarily have a want or a need to go back to it. Now, on a different story though, like I was even telling my one buddy, like now, like I'm currently Friday through Sunday playing PUBG. If you guys have played it, it's basically like one of the battle royale type of games and such. It has been doing very well for views for me. So I even told him and the chick I even play with, the one dude, no, he doesn't. I don't play with him on that, but the one girl I do play on PUBG with, and actually the dude I do play on PUBG with, I told all three of them, even once I get the 100% platinum on it, I enjoy in general, I enjoy playing the game itself. Plus, like I said, I get views, likes, the whole 9 on that shit. So it's like, why not? At least, like, once I platinum it, why not at least still play it, like, on a Friday or Saturday night, knowing it's going to benefit everybody across the board, basically. I'm entertaining you by you sitting there watching it. It's working for me, of the views, all that type of shit. Yeah, we're going to wait a minute whenever they get out here. So, like, right now, what I have, and I'll probably end it on this note. I'm not trying to talk when, hold on. Okay. I just didn't want to be chatting while, he's getting out of his vehicle to go do what he's going to do. So Mondays and Tuesdays, like I said, this is the only thing I'm not going to break down, like, all the games and all that, because I want to wrap up this video so I can start fucking dashing and making making that fast cash, basically, the instant money. Mondays and Tuesdays are going to be for the shorter, easier games. Obviously, until I get those cleaned up, Mondays and Tuesdays will be dedicated to those set games. Wednesday, Thursday will be story-driven games, I guess, if you will, because, like, obviously you guys know right now, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm playing on Uncharted 4 Crushing. Now, granted, of course, it already has the multiplayer part to it that is wrapped into. I think there's only a couple trophies in it that's wrapped into the platinum itself, but I think you guys, if you know me enough, and especially in the gaming part of the channel, just like gaming in general, I personally want that fucking 100%. I just do. And if I can get it, and if it's obtainable, then I'm fucking getting it. But basically, now the multiplayer aspect to Uncharted 4 has been done. So only thing you're going to get on the channel for Uncharted 4, there's already, I think, like 3 or 4 videos out there. So if you guys haven't watched it, feel free. Like I said, it's on, you'll see it in the description, all that. It's on Crushing. So obviously, in that one game in particular, that's the hardest difficulty. So that's one thing I will do. Like, if it's a game to where it has both aspects, the story and multiplayer, I will get multiplayer knocked out first, just for the factor of, like, obviously anybody that games and it's where servers, I have 2 games right now that it's on my list. I cannot platinum. Now, granted, I played them years back when I wasn't such a trophy hoe, and yes, I call myself a trophy hoe. I fucking love them. I don't want to say too many other words of just being goofy and explaining myself, because YouTube might not like it, and might boot my video. And I'm not trying to sit there and make this long ass video that I'm not trying to make a fucking long ass video, but that's the last thing I need to do is say something on my behalf and get my own video kicked of talking shit about my own self. But so but yeah, because of course there's 2 games on there, Killzone Shadowfall. If you guys are gamers or you might possibly have any indication of knowledge of what that game is, I have a trophy, but that is a story. That's like the very first storyline trophy. So it's locked on the account. We all know this gaming wise. You can't delete one. I mean, now of course you can delete the game off there if there is no trophies. But that's of course not the case. And that and the Show 18. Yes, it's so old you can't even go into the PlayStation Store to get it. You got to get a physical copy. That's stuck at a fucking trophy, and I think there's at least a trophy on there that's linked to the platinum, but it's also where you need a server to. I think you got to beat an opponent or something. There's something I don't honestly have a freaking clue of the description or the name of said trophy. I just know that they're both games on my fucking backlog that I know I can't obtain the platinum, but like as I've told, either I think through videos or even like, you know, my gaming friends and such, that I still want to try to get as much or as many trophies out of said game as possible. Obviously knowing I can't get the ones that are unobtainable, but I can still get, say like there's 2 or 3 multiplayer trophies I cannot get. Well, say 97% of that game, if I can get it fucking done, then yes, I want to be able to get 97% of that game done. Because not only to me personally, that's getting as much out of that game as I possibly can, and especially if I actually pay for it and or at full price, yes, I want to get as much out of that game as I just feasibly possibly can. Now, like I said, of course those 2, no, not going to be able to get, you know, not going to be able to get every trophy. But like Killzone Shadowfall, I can stream the fucking campaign for you guys, so of course at least you'll have the story to it. You're just of course not going to get any multiplayer because, well, that doesn't exist anymore. Anybody that's sports fans out there, if of course that's one thing though too, like if I'm streaming, say like if I get the Show 18 or whatever, and if I start playing it, obviously if the numbers aren't necessarily there to actually stream it, I mean, I may continue to do so because I do, of course, notice, like, once I get done streaming, like, in, like, a day or 2 afterwards, those numbers do go up. So, I mean, obviously not everybody's going to be there at the moment that you go live and all that and stream and shit. I totally get that. But I also love the factor of knowing, like, I can look at, like, the next day, and my dude, you know, it also shows you of, obviously, what people out there in those subcategories of what they like, and, you know, what they either look up or, you know, all that, and then of course if they view it, because like as of right now, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, I did not think that fucking game itself would blow up, but excuse me, I had excuse me, between the last 2 days that I've played that, I want to say within, I think there's 3 videos I have of that, and it's probably pushing anywhere north of like 200 views. That's of all, I can't say from all my videos because PUBG like collectively has quite a few views, which obviously you guys could even look if you want to. But yeah, it's like Nickelodeon, if it's not at 200, it's definitely pushing the neighborhood north of up to 200 views. So obviously very popular game, and you know, people are even in there chatting with me, so on and so forth. But that's what I'm saying, like on the baseballs, like everybody has their own preference of what they like, whether it comes to movies, games, whatever category it is, everybody has their preference. I totally understand and get that. I may or may not, whenever I get the game or whatever, stream it. Because, like, I mean, I kind of want to sit there and say that was a nice ass vet. I kind of want to say, like, you know, if it's only getting, like, a handful of views, like, I don't necessarily want to stream it. But it's like, even if it's a handful of views, those all, like I said, like, at the beginning of the video, all that shit counts. So, I mean, it's like, even if I'm streaming it, like, okay, I got 5 people watching me. obviously, and I'm not trying to sound mean or rude by any means. I appreciate all 5 of you there watching me because, you're taking the time out of your day to spend with me in ways and, watch me fucking play. So I do greatly appreciate that. It's just, I know that there will be games that won't have that high of a count. I know I don't think that you guys are taking it off as me being a dick by saying that, but of course, obviously, other games that have the higher numbers that are putting out there, obviously, I would want to play them more. But at the end of the day, all those games on that account are getting, they're getting done. I can't make an absolute guarantee that the all will be 100% because some of those games, I'll have to get good, kid, because I am not the greatest at first person, and considering I have 2 CODs on there, those might be, in all honesty, they might be challenging to me. I don't have any bit of hesitation to fucking admit that. I mean, there's some games out there that I'm good at, some I am not. But just the way that I am nowadays, and especially when it comes to my gaming, I have, I guess, if you will, the OCD or whatever. I gotta have, and knowing that that game can be 100% completed, I want that because I just want the personal satisfaction of knowing that it's done. Not only just for the fact that knowing that it's done, but also to help build the channel with that, because the more and more like you do shit, I mean, like, not even just channel wise, but it's like the more and more, I would say, like, the more and more like you're happy and like you're doing better or whatever for yourself, in general, I think it's going to make you happier, if any bit of that makes any sense. So it's like with this, my channel's growing. I'm having fun playing my games. I'm working on my backlog to complete games. I'm also streaming them, getting views, getting likes, getting comments, getting subs. It's like, it's a fucking full circle of nothing but working in my better behalf, if you get what I'm saying. Because it's like I said, at some given point, I'll start getting paid to play, and that is a part of the channel that I am looking forward to. No, I'm not sitting there trying to become no fucking millionaire. No, I just want to sit back and do and be me, and find other people out there, in this world that might be somewhat even remotely close to being like-minded, if you will. That's one thing I do like about the internet, because if you know me, I'm 50-50 on the internet. 50% of it, no, it's just garbage, dark. It doesn't fucking, I personally don't think it needs to even exist. The other half is extremely fucking helpful. Like, I mean, the internet can be a fucking fantastic fucking learning tool. That's the great fucking thing about it. Or for like people like myself, I can build a fucking YouTube channel and, hopefully one day, make me $5 or $10 a month. We might make a little bit more than that, but hey, like I said, I'm not holding my breath. I'm not out here to try to get fucking rich off of YouTube. I just want, I don't know, it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like a hobby / kind of like side gig to me, because like I know obviously right now we're not making anything, like literally at all, but I'm enjoying of doing it, and knowing that, hey, if I keep on putting my effort in of doing this every single day, whether it's a video, a short, streaming a game, being active on here daily, and that's one thing is like, I know I kind of probably went left field with the gurus and all that earlier, but that's why I say I want to do it organically, because just by making my videos, streaming games and things of that nature, it's picked up people to where I haven't asked like a buddy, like, hey dude, if you haven't already, do you mind just fucking subbing to the channel? Because like I said, between subs and the watch time hours, like if I'm sitting there at like 1,010 subs or whatever, granted I'm 10 over the required limit, but you also got to keep in mind, jeez, people are going to be people. I mean, if they don't like your content anymore, I mean, obviously it's absolutely free to sub. It's also absolutely free to fucking unsub. I fucking get it and understand. It's already happened to me. It is of what it is, I mean, it's, people are going to people. They're going to do what the fuck that they want to do. I more than understand that. But my main, like I think I was mentioning it earlier. Obviously, I want the subs because I gotta have that part of a criteria up into a certain number. But I also want the watch time hours because that also helps get you, paid. Because like I think within that, like you get the watch time hours, ad revenue, so on and so forth. But yeah, just like all in total in general, I mean, I don't think I'm going to much like scrolling and left fielding and things of that nature. It's just kind of all this shit, all together helps build the channel. And like I said, we're at 302 as I'm recording this. So thank you guys a fucking million. I really genuinely appreciate it. And for anybody else here, welcome. Thank you for hanging out here. There is more than enough videos to go in and check out. If you guys are into mainly like a lot of 90s emo and punk bands and shit, I do have the Vegas When We Were Young festival tour, however you want to word it. When me and the kiddo drove to Vegas. Yes, we drove. We're in Ohio. We drove to Vegas. You guys want to peek that out? There's plenty of fucking content and live fucking bands like Mike Kim, fucking Simple Plan, Fall Out Boy, Pierce the Veil. Go check that out if you like that kind of music, or just in general if you just want to go wander and check out some videos. Feel free. The library is open. Go view. Thank you. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Like I said, I didn't mean to actually make it as long as I did, but hey, you're here. Thank you, and I appreciate it. I appreciate every last one of you, and for those to come, thank you very much. You guys are helping. Like I said, we're slowly growing, but the factor of it is we're growing, and that's the main thing I care about. I enjoy you guys being here, putting comments out there, communicating with me, helping me, get the channel out there. Because like I said, I may not be for everyone, but I might be for a few people, and I appreciate that. So you guys have it's Wednesday, so you guys have an absolutely fucking awesome hump day. Couldn't help it, hey. It's just me being me. But you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you, especially on the gaming side, we'll see you on Uncharted later on tonight. See you guys.